The Assign feature has been updated to show more information when assigning tasks. This helps the user to make a fair and informed decision on who to assign a task to by giving them a breakdown of how many requests are currently assigned to each user and how many requests a user has already handled that day. Let's go into a patient request. So you'd complete your usual review of the patient request and you might decide you're going to assign it to a doctor. You select Assign in the normal way, and when you select the Assign To field, a new panel appears. And this is your Assign Metrix. Here you'll see a list of groups you have set up at the top in bold, and underneath there's a list of all the dashboard users. Across the top here you'll have 3 columns. You've got Queued Now, which shows you the number of requests currently assigned to a particular user or group, and these are waiting to be actioned. Processed Today tells you the number of requests the user has processed that day. This could mean replied to or assigned to somebody else. It doesn't necessarily mean the request has been dealt with and closed. Assigned Today tells you how many requests have been assigned to a user or group today. This includes the number of requests that are queued and waiting to be actioned, as well as any requests that have been processed. One thing to point out with this column is that the number here won't necessarily be the number of queued now and processed today added together. And this is because some requests in these columns may have been carried over from previous days. I also have to mention that this feature reports on live data received that day. We are viewing this on a test site, so the information will look slightly different in this example to what it will in your practice. But I'll bring up an example of what this could look like for you. These bars give you a view of the workload across the practice, so you can quickly identify where tasks could be assigned. The highest number in the column is given the longest bar, and the length of the other bars is proportionate to the activity for that user. You'll also see at the top you're able to filter users by the groups you have set up on the dashboard. So for example, if you have a doctors group set up, here you can select doctors and the list will show you the users within that group. This is useful if there's a large number of users in your practice. So here you can see we've selected doctors and we're shown the list of users in the particular group, and we can see which doctors would be most suitable to assign the task. We can select the doctor by clicking on the row. This will close the Assign panel and you can see the selected doctor's name is in the Assign To field. Just to add, if a user has been temporarily disabled, they will not appear in the list of users here. This will avoid anything being assigned to the user while they're either on leave or absent.